I have my magic reading glasses on. That means I can see a side of the story that's never been seen before. Brom was traditionally known as the character that may have dressed up as a headless soldier to scare Ichabod out of town. But what if he's a really nice guy? What if he would never do something like that? Let's find out about his side of the story.
I wonder if Brom is going to ask her to the festival again. He is too handsome to waste pining after her. What does he see in her anyway?
Eliza, everyone knows Brom has eyes only for her. He has grown up working on their farm, and he is like a second son to her parents. It is too bad he is so handsome and Katrina doesn't see it. All the girls would love to take her place in his eyes. We are all great options for him. He does look so handsome when he takes care of horses and works in the fields. He is so dreamy.
Hello, ladies. How are you this fine autumn day?
Brom, do you need me to fetch some water for you?
Brom, come sit down for a while, so we can cool you off.
Thank you, Eliza. I would love some water. Thank you, Alice. But I better get going. Ruth, is it today? I better rush over there to help them with the new guest in case Katrina needs anything from me.
When I was little, I used to play hide and seek with my friends among these trees. They could never catch me. I knew every trunk and root by heart. In the summer, I'd chase fish in the stream with bare feet, and in the evenings, I'd chase fireflies until the stars came out. Sometimes even bunnies, though they were far too quick for me. I suppose I've always been chasing something. I don't stay still, except for books.
Ah, then that's where you and I collide. Books. You chase the world, and I chase the words that try to explain it. Perhaps between the two of us, we'll catch something worth keeping.
What did you play as a child, Ichabod?
In England, my childhood was different. Our games were often within walls of stone and rules of conduct. We were taught to be contained, restrained, and controlled. We had to measure every step and every word. Your companions were animals and trees and nature itself. This is your classroom. It is remarkable. My companions were books, chessboards, and wooden blocks. We were expected to sit still, to think before we laughed, to read before we ran. I built castles from words instead of stone, and my adventures lived between pages rather than beneath the sun.
If you teach me words, I'll teach you how to play in the woods, Ichabod. Do you want to learn how to play hide and seek? I promise I won't cheat.
You just confessed to knowing every tree by heart. How is that fair? But if you're the one teaching, then yes. I think I'd very much like to learn. Something about you makes me feel like a child again. I haven't felt this free since I was 3.
And something about you makes me feel like a princess. Maybe it's that British accent of yours. When you speak, it's like I've wandered into a fairy tale with a prince.
You will make me blush, Katrina. I've never in my life been referred to as a prince before.
Well, perhaps that's because England should be less selfish and stop keeping all its princes to itself.
Among the laughter in the distance, a strong, broad-shouldered man approaches leading a horse. His presence carries confidence and familiarity.
Good evening there, Katrina. Out for a stroll? Do you need anything from me? How's your guest?
Oh, Brom. This is Mr. Ichabod Crane, our new schoolmaster. He just arrived from England. Ichabod, this is my friend, Brom Van Brunt.
A pleasure to meet you, sir.
Likewise. England, you say? That's quite a long travel from here. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I know this land well and can help you get settled in.
Indeed, a long journey, but a welcome one. I already feel very much at ease here. Thank you for your kind offer, Mr. Van Brunt. I may well take you up on that someday.
Brom, I am going to show Ichabod the stables and stream before supper. Do you care to join us for supper?
Thank you, Katrina. but I have to tend to the horses. Another time, of course.
His grin slowly fades as he adjusts the reins in his hands. The leather creaks softly, his knuckles whitening as his fingers tighten into a fist. A dull ache settles in his chest, the pain of saying no to her, though every part of him had wanted to join. He didn't wish to impose, he never did. But how could he stand by and watch her walk away with another man?
The stream?
He thinks bitterly.
Our stream? The one where we played as children?
He pats his horse's neck, the gesture half comfort, half distraction, and turns toward the barn. Yet unease sits heavy on his shoulders. The image of Katrina's laughter, the way her eyes lit up at Ichabod's words. It all burns behind his eyelids. He breathes deeply, forcing calm into his chest. Brom said to himself quietly,
It's only a short while. He'll be out of her hair soon enough. I'll help him settle in. The sooner he's moved into the schoolhouse, the better.
His boots dusty from the road. He holds Katrina's favorite fruits.
Afternoon, ma'am. I, brought these for Miss Katrina. Thought she might fancy some apples from the South Orchard. Is she here by chance?
How thoughtful of you. She'll be delighted. But I'm afraid you've just missed her, dear. She's out showing Mr. Crane around town. You know how Katrina loves to play hostess.
Brom's heart sank, disappointment quickly masked with a polite smile. He hesitates, shifting his hands.
I know. I'd hoped to catch her for a walk this evening. No matter. Perhaps another day. I wanted to see the pumpkin patch with her. Truth is, Mrs. Van Tassel, I've been thinking it's time I take on more responsibility, earn a steadier wage on the farm. I wish to be the sort of man who can offer something real, solid, maybe even enough to one day support a family. I am 25 now, not a boy any longer. There's more I might do, more I might give. I would labor from dawn till dusk if it meant proving myself worthy of her.
Each morning, as Brom set out for town, he found some small excuse to pass by the Van Tassel estate, a loose hinge to mend, a parcel to deliver, a horse to check. The truth, known only to himself, was that he hoped for a mere glimpse of Katrina. Sometimes he saw her tending to the garden, sometimes laughing with the maids, but most days she was gone before he arrived, off to the schoolhouse where Ichabod Crane now spent his hours. This afternoon, however, fortune seemed to smile upon him. As he turned the bend near the orchard, there she was, walking briskly along the lane towards the school.
Katrina, I didn't see you at the chapel last Sunday. Is everything okay? How are you? I hand-picked some of your favorite fruits and left them with your mother. We had an amazing harvest this year. Our town will be fine during the winter. When you have time later, do you want to go see the pumpkin patch with me? You used to love that. And I did pick up some wildflowers you like on my way here. I hope you like them, and they brighten up your day.
Why, thank you, Brom. You always seem to find beauty wherever you go. I have been busy with my studies. When I do find the time, I would love to visit the pumpkin patch with you.
Not everywhere, Miss Katrina. Just where beauty walks. You best be on your way then. Wouldn't do for the new schoolmaster to think you've gone astray. When you are ready to visit the pumpkin patch, I will be here. I will always wait for you.
Brom rubbed the back of his neck, grinning despite himself. There was still a flicker of hope, the faint belief that she had not forgotten him. For a moment they stood together in that tender space only childhood friends can share, filled with the warmth of familiarity and the unspoken tension of hearts that dare not cross the threshold of love. Then she glanced toward the road leading to the schoolhouse, and Brom's smile faltered ever so slightly. He knew who waited at the end of that path. He knew, too, that her heart was no longer wholly her own. He straightened his shoulders and gave her a polite nod, forcing a hint of cheer into his voice. She laughed softly and started down the lane, the wild flower he had given her pressed lightly against her chest. Brom watched until she vanished from sight, the sunlight fading through the trees. Then he turned his horse towards town, his chest heavy with the ache of unfulfilled love, a love steady as the earth beneath his feet, and just as silent.
I've swung the hammer since dawn's first yawn. Raised barns and fences, fields well drawn. My sweat and bone built this town plank by plank, while Ichabod, refined, gentlemanly, and frank, he reads from books of foreign lands. Yet I know my own heart. I know my own hands. Katrina laughs at his alluring tongue, a sweet melody I've known since I was young. We fished those streams when we were small, chased clouds till the amber fall. We skimmed stones, stole apples from the tree, laughing gleefully and free. She was always the wild half of me. Now she listens close when he starts to speak. His polished ways, his manners are sleek. Yet I'm the one who built this ground. I can hear the lost horse's sound. My calloused hands are meant to build her a home, the only future my heart has yearned and known. Still, she looks right through my loving gaze, completely lost and dazzled by his handsome face. I bite my tongue and bow my head. Let patience guard the words unsaid. For love like mine won't twist or break. It waits and learns what time will take. I know he is smart, Mr. Ichabod Crane, the chap all the girls think about in the rain, but I can keep her happy, safe, and warm. I know how to fix things. Even in the storm, I see our life together that her heart can't see. The quiet home, the children on my knee. Her face is the last light to softly calm my room, the final thought before my dreams consume. Her face is the first warm thought in my waking hours, and her existence is sweeter than all the flowers. I see her features softly, gently revealed, as if drifting in the clouds while I work in the field. Someday her heart will turn and know roots run deeper than they now show. That charm can fade like autumn's hue, but steady hands stay strong and true. Till then, I'll work, as I have always done, through rain and dusk, through moon and sun. She is my dream, my constant, my life. I hope someday she'll be my true loving wife. For no one else could fill that place. No other girl wears her tender face. We've shared our youth, our dreams, our days. I fell for her eyes, her kindness and grace. And when her heart's grown still and clear, she'll see. With me, her home was always here. A love that runs deeper than deep. A promise of forever I am willing to keep.
Katrina awoke with a strange calm, a soft release that followed the storm of the night before. There lingered in her chest a faint ache, not only of sorrow but of clarity. She felt a twinge of regret for the fleeting happiness she had shared with Ichabod, yet the pain of that night had made one thing unmistakably clear. She did not belong with him. The kiss that was meant to mean everything had instead revealed the truth. It did not ignite her heart. It hollowed it. The ache she felt as their lips met was not passion but grief, her very soul crying out in protest that she was kissing the wrong man. Ichabod was fine, intelligent, and undeniably charming, but he was not her man. Somewhere deep within, she understood that the connection between them was not destiny, but distraction. In the stillness of the morning, her mother's story echoed in her mind, the tale of the quiet man who had always been there, steadfast and unseen. And suddenly Katrina knew that man was Brom. A wave of guilt washed over her for all the moments she had dismissed him, for every smile she had overlooked. The kiss with Ichabod had not been a celebration of love, it had been the betrayal of one. In that single moment, she had felt the door closing on Brom, a door she realized she never truly wished to shut. In the depths of her heart, she knew now what had always been true. Brom had been hers all along. She rose swiftly, her heart racing with resolve. The morning sun glowed through her window as she dressed in haste, her hands trembling, not with uncertainty, but with purpose. Without breakfast, without hesitation, she stepped into the fields, the same fields they had run through as children, determined to find the man she had finally learned to see. It was another workday like any other. The field stretched wide beneath the pale morning sun, and Brom arrived on horseback as he always did, the scent of earth and hay filling the air. The world seemed unchanged, the same hills, the same quiet rustle of wind, yet fate had chosen this ordinary morning for something extraordinary. From the corner of his eye, he saw her. There, standing at the edge of the field, was Katrina Van Tassel, the very woman he had loved since boyhood, since before he even understood what love was. She stood still, her hands clasped before her, the wind playing through her hair. But this time, when her eyes met his, something was different. There was no confusion in her gaze, no teasing smile, no distance. Her eyes were filled with a bewildering clarity, as though she had just awoken from a long dream. In that instant, Brom felt something shift inside him. She finally saw him. For so long he had steeled himself for heartbreak. He had been waiting, dreading, the day she would announce her engagement to Ichabod Crane, and he could at last surrender the fight and let the stake pierce his heart. He had imagined it countless times. But today, the girl before him was not one bound for another man. She looked at him like a woman in love. Tears shone in her eyes, glimmering like dew in the morning light. Her smile trembled, radiant and uncertain all at once. In her heart, something had changed in the quiet hours of the night, a transformation born of pain and revelation. Last night, Katrina had grown. She had felt loss, not for Ichabod but for Brom. The fear that she might lose him had seized her with such clarity that all else faded. She could not understand how her heart had been led astray for so long, but that single kiss had shattered the illusion. When she had kissed Ichabod, she had felt not passion, but grief. Grief for the man who was not in her arms. And now, standing before Brom, she finally understood. Her heart had always belonged here. A soft laugh broke from her lips through her tears, and she shouted across the field, her voice clear and bright as the morning sky.
Brom, I want to go to the pumpkin patch with you.
You truly mean that?
I do. And I want to go to every pumpkin patch with you, every year, forever.
As Mrs. Van Brunt?
Yes, 1,000 yes.
Then, forever it shall be.
He turned fully toward her, his breath catching as though the world itself had stopped spinning. For a heartbeat, neither moved. Then, as she began to run toward him, everything that had once stood between them, the silence, the doubt, the years of waiting, fell away like mist beneath the sun. When she reached him, she threw her arms around his neck, breathless and laughing through her tears. He held her close, too overwhelmed to speak, the truth of those words sinking deep into his heart. All the waiting, all the heartache, all the quiet faith he had carried through the years, it had all led to this moment. At last, patience had won.